Tiafoe vs Kovacevic, epic showdown at the Citi Open. American tennis showdown, Tiafoe vs Kovacevic Citi Open analysis and forecast. When Francis Tiafoe steps onto the court in Washington, D.C., he brings with him the confidence of a career-defining clay season that has elevated his game to unprecedented levels. Across the net, Aleksandar Kovacevic stands as perhaps the most fascinating underdog narrative in professional tennis today, riding the wave of a transformative year that has him on the verge of breaking into the world's top 50. This all-American clash in the nation's capital pits established pedigree against rising momentum, ranking superiority against recent form brilliance. But here's where things get interesting. Can Tiafoe's newfound clay prowess successfully transfer to the faster hard courts where he built his reputation? Can Tiafoe maintain momentum after clay court breakthrough? Tiafoe enters the Washington tournament following an impressive clay court campaign that saw him reach the final in Houston, where Jenson Brooksby ultimately prevailed, and, most significantly, advanced to his first-ever Roland Garros quarterfinal in 2025. This French Open achievement represents a monumental leap forward for a player who had historically struggled to find his rhythm on clay surfaces. While his grass court season proved relatively unremarkable, culminating in a second-round defeat to Cameron Norrie at Wimbledon, Tiafoe appears reinvigorated as competition shifts to American hard courts. This surface transition couldn't be more timely for the 27-year-old, whose aggressive playing style has always flourished on the quicker surfaces that complement his attacking instincts. Currently positioned at world number 11, Tiafoe carries an 18-15 record into the 2025 season and boasts 2 US Open semi-final appearances, 2022, 2024, on his resume. As the tournament's sixth seed, he benefits from a first-round bye in Washington, meaning his opening match will be against Kovacevic, providing him valuable additional recovery time while his opponent must navigate through an initial contest. The remarkable rise of Kovacevic, tennis's newest sensation. Kovacevic's current season stands as his career pinnacle, with statistics painting the portrait of an athlete finding his peak performance at precisely the optimal moment. Boasting an impressive 29-20 win-loss record, including challenger triumphs at Carpacana and Oeiras too, this American competitor has demonstrated ATP-level excellence that few experts anticipated. He reached the championship match in Montpellier, ultimately falling to Felix Auger-Aliassime, and advanced to the final round at Los Cabos, where Denis Shapovalov claimed victory. These weren't merely fortunate tournament runs. Kovacevic earned these achievements by defeating formidable opponents, including multiple victories over players ranked in the world's top 10. And this is the part most people miss. Kovacevic's mental fortitude has become his secret weapon. His victory over Andrei Rublev in Los Cabos was so dominant it left the Russian star destroying rackets in frustration, a testament to how far Kovacevic's game has evolved. Among his standout accomplishments, Kovacevic has ascended to a career-high number 66 in the ATP rankings as of July 21, 2025. The former University of Illinois standout, who transitioned to professional tennis in 2021 following his collegiate career, has experienced a breakthrough year featuring 2 ATP Finals appearances, multiple challenger titles, and signature top 10 victories, including 2 wins against Andrei Rublev en route to both final appearances. Head-to-head history. Tiafoe vs Kovacevic. In their professional encounters, Tiafoe maintains a perfect 2-0 record against Kovacevic. Their most recent battle occurred during the first round of the 2024 US Open at Louis Armstrong Stadium in New York. Tiafoe emerged victorious with a 6-4, 6-3, 4-6, 7-5 scoreline in a contest that highlighted both competitors' determination and resilience. However, the Kovacevic stepping onto the Washington court represents a substantially evolved player. This version of Kovacevic carries the invaluable experience gained from competing in 2 ATP finals and possesses the self-assurance that comes from knowing he can challenge and defeat elite opponents on any given day. Essential match information. Asterisk matchup: Francis Tiafoe vs Aleksandar Kovacevic. Asterisk date: July 24, 2025. Asterisk tournament: Mubadala City DC Open. Asterisk stage: Round of 32. Asterisk location: William H. G. Fitzgerald Tennis Center, Washington, D.C. Asterisk classification: ATP 500. Asterisk playing surface, outdoor hard courts. Asterisk broadcast options, Tennis Channel, Fubo, ESPN+, Sky Sports. Competitive analysis. Who holds the advantage? Tiafoe has demonstrated consistent performance on hard courts this season, accumulating a balanced 6-6 record, 50%, in outdoor ATP and Grand Slam competitions. The American competitor is recognized for his aggressive baseline strategy, employing a powerful serve, averaging approximately 9.7 aces per hardcourt match, and devastating topspin forehand. Nevertheless, certain inconsistencies persist, including a relatively modest pressure point conversion rate, approximately 62% indoor, roughly 50% outdoor. Meanwhile, Kovacevic maintains an impressive 12-6 record on hard courts during the current season. His technical arsenal features a distinctive one-handed backhand and reliable serve, generating around 7.2 aces per outdoor match with a notable 60% first serve success rate, climbing to 81.9% indoors. Though slightly less dependable under pressure compared to elite players, his breakpoint saved percentage approximately 77% indoors and 69% out. Washington tennis highlights, Tiafoe vs Kovacevic and Sonego vs Arnaldi round 2 action. There's a unique kind of pressure that comes with being the hometown hero, and for Frances Tiafoe, Washington, D.C. is where that pressure shines brightest. As the second-round action at the Citi Open heats up on Wednesday, all eyes will be on the charismatic American as he begins his quest for a title that has so far remained just out of reach. An All-American showdown, Aleksandar Kovacevic vs. 6. Frances Tiafoe. For some top athletes, motivation can be a fluctuating beast, but that's rarely a concern for Frances Tiafoe when he steps onto American soil. This is especially true at his home tournament in Washington, D.C., an event where the crowd's energy and his own ambitions seem to perfectly align. While the world number 11 has yet to lift the trophy here, his recent track record is formidable, having advanced to at least the quarterfinals in his last 3 appearances, including a thrilling run to the semifinals just last summer. His first challenge is a familiar one, fellow American Aleksandar Kovacevic. Frances Tiafoe battles to victory in Washington, D.C. Intense ATP 500 match highlights. Home court advantage. Frances Tiafoe battles to victory in DC opener. The atmosphere was electric in Washington, D.C., as local favorite Frances Tiafoe took to the court, decked out in the burgundy and gold of the Washington Commanders. But his first-round match at the 2025 Citi DC Open proved to be more of a struggle than a celebratory homecoming. Tiafoe, currently ranked number 11 in the PIF ATP Live rankings, ultimately triumphed over Aleksandar Kovacevic in a hard-fought 3-set thriller, 7-5, 3-6, 6-3. Tiafoe's attire, a clear nod to his hometown NFL team, certainly added to the excitement. However, his performance on the court was a mixed bag. While he dominated with his first serve, winning an impressive 87% of those points, according to Infosys ATP stats, other aspects of his game were less consistent. But here's where it gets interesting. Despite acknowledging his less-than-stellar performance, Tiafoe embraced the gritty win. "I didn't play my best tennis today," he admitted, "but sometimes, finding a way to win even when you're not at your peak is even more valuable. It gives you the chance to improve and play better in the next round." This perspective, valuing resilience over flawless execution, is a hallmark of a true competitor. What do you think? Is a scrappy win more valuable than a perfect loss? Let us know in the comments. Tiafoe's history at this tournament adds another layer of intrigue. He's reached at least the quarterfinals in the past 3 years, including a career-best semi-final run in 2024. This year, he's aiming to go even further. His next opponent? None other than last year's finalist, Flavio Cobolli, who defeated Yoshihito Nishioka 6-2, 7-6, 3, in his opening match. Tiafoe currently holds a 1-0 lead over Cobolli in their head-to-head matchups. Could this be the year Tiafoe finally breaks through to the final in his hometown tournament? And this is the part most people miss. While Tiafoe's match was undoubtedly the main event, another American player stole the show with a stunning upset. Rising star and next-gen ATP player Lerner Tien delivered a masterclass in controlled aggression, toppling world number 10 Andrei Rublev with a decisive 7-5, 6-2 victory. This win is even more remarkable considering Tien's growing reputation as a giant slayer. He now boasts a 4-2 record against top 10 players, with all 4 of those victories coming this season alone. Tien's strategy? A combination of relentless consistency and clever shot-making that frustrated Rublev into an astounding 43 unforced errors. Some might argue that Rublev simply had an off day, but Tien's performance suggests a calculated dismantling of a top-ranked opponent. Is Tien a legitimate threat to the established order, or is this just a flash in the pan? Share your thoughts in the comments below.